On the evening of November 13, 2015, a series of coordinated terrorist attacks, consisting of mass shootings, suicide bombings, and hostage-taking, occurred in Paris, the capital of France, and its northern suburb, Saint-Denis. Beginning at 21:20 CET, there were 3 suicide bombings outside the Stade de France in Saint-Denis, along with another suicide bombing and a series of mass shootings at 4 locations in Paris. The attackers killed 130 people, including 89 at the Bataclan Theatre, where they took hostages before engaging in a 3-hour standoff with police. 368 people were injured, 80 to 99 seriously. 7 of the attackers also died, while authorities continued the search for any accomplices. The attacks were the deadliest on France since World War II, and the deadliest in the European Union since the Madrid train bombings in 2004. The Islamic State of Iraq and the Levant claimed responsibility for the attacks, and French President François Hollande said the attack was an act of war by ISIL, planned in Syria, organized in Belgium, perpetrated on our soil with French complicity. France had been bombing various ISIL targets in Iraq and Syria since October. ISIL's stated motive was retaliation for French involvement in the Syrian civil war and the Iraqi civil war. France had been on high alert since the January 2015 attacks in Paris that killed 17 people, including civilians and police officers. In response, a state of emergency was declared, the first since the 2005 riots, and temporary controls were placed on the country's borders. People and organizations expressed solidarity, some through social media. On November 15, France launched its largest single airstrike of Operation Chamel, its contribution to the anti-ISIL bombing campaign, by striking targets in Al-Raqqa, in retaliation for the attacks. On November 18, the suspected lead operative of the attacks, Abdelhamid Abad, was killed by French police during a raid in which a suicide bomber also exploded.